Hey, welcome to the Counterattack Playthrough Series, Ukraine 43. We're starting turn 5. Let's go ahead and figure out the weather. It's still August. Roll a 2. That means each second only gets one aircraft. Bam. Soviet reinforcements, turn 5. Nice juicy little armor unit here. They're also getting their normal replacements of 1 special, 1 armor, 1 infantry. Okay, here we are near Kharkov. Someone on YouTube told me you don't pronounce the K. It's not Kharkov, it's Kharkov. Something like that. Anyway, I'm trusting them. Somewhere around here is a cavalry unit. Where's that guy? There he is. So we're going to use one of our replacements, our special replacement for this cavalry. So they're at the bottom of the stack. I guess flip it. Replace. Throw these guys back on top. Infantry replacement. Let's come down to the south down here. Where we got? Just feel like we're taking a decent number of losses down here. So how about this guy back here? Flip him. Replace. Armor replacement. I think I'm going to take a eliminated. What's that? Free stacking unit. To right there. Right there. That'll be useful next turn. Finally, our reinforcement. I say let's throw it up here in Veluiki, something like that. Sorry for my Russian pronunciation, or Ukrainian, Russian. Yeah. Okay, let's do some artillery flips. We get 3. We have no one out of supply. So, yeah, here we go. Some Stavka reserve over here. I'm going to flip one of those at a minimum. Might bring it onto the map even. We have one already on the map here. Remember this fun little place? Yeah, we want this guy here. It's number 2. And, yeah, we bring guy in there. I guess we'll just bring this guy onto the board from the reserve here. And then I'm inclined to not reinforce any other places and just get another scout guy ready, and we'll just keep it in reserve. Okay, Soviet movement phase. What we got going on down here? Just a reminder from last time, Germans kept the far southern edge basically unmoved, but extended their line, pulled back a bit, extended the line along this river, link up the defensive line with these cities here. These cities in general are about 20 defense, because you double the defense. So this guy's 20, this guy's 20, those guys are probably 20-ish or more. Oh, maybe it's a little less, there's a train guy in there. Anyway, it's going to be some tough stuff to crack. What's this down in here? Yeah, that's not 20, but it's a lot. So I want to decide what we're going to do here. We're not going to be able to move like a billion guys up and attack. So we also have this little bend in the river that I really want to get rid of. Got 5th Shock Army here. It only has 9 attack strength right now. It's just an all infantry army. I don't want to waste it on that though. So we're going to bring this guy down here. That'll be 9. I think these guys are, 19 against 20. That's not going to be a very good attack, is it? And I don't have any artillery. That's fine. I'm just not going to deal. I'm going to deal with not having artillery. These guys here, and including the cavalry, they will cruise over here, and they will do the attack against this guy here, along with these guys coming in. So this little rail underneath, so I can see a little better. Okay. So get that going there. This little free stacking unit, it's going to go zoop right into the 5th Shock Army because we have a extra space for a free stacking unit. So now that's at 11. We're at 21 right now. So this zone here, we can get 21 against 20. I'm not going to be able to get anything better than that. I'm not going to be able to get 40 in there. So that's what it's going to have to be, 1-to-1. So yeah, what do we got down here? I doubt I can amass 20 against this. In fact, this area is probably going to, the whole attack's probably going to peter out. And frontal assaulting these cities is probably not the way to go. Yeah, just looking at it, the Russian, all these infantry, they're really low attack strength. So I think maybe what's going to have to happen, this can take a few turns. All right, we're going to knock this guy out, free up a few units that come over here. Next turn, knock this guy out, free up another unit. Maybe bust through here. This is like the great random thing that if I can bust through, maybe it'll unsettle everything. But anyway, all these guys up here, they can come in, just put more pressure on this, because we're going to probably be hammering away at this for several turns. If we get just more and more guys in here, maybe we can pull it off. Get some artillery next turn. So what I might do with all this extra infantry back here is just bring it up to the edge of this hill line, so that if the Germans want to attack, it'll be, they won't get their tanks, but the Russians in the opposite direction won't be affected by that. Maybe I want to move forward too, just to move this rail line up. I don't know how useful that is. We'll just we'll move that stack up to here. What's the defense here? Oh, that's a pretty good stack. We'll just move it up even further. Okay, and that links up here with a little Zoc bond. Maybe we'll just do the same here. These guys are not as slick. 1, 2, 3. Bring this guy down here. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Got a 12 defense, just like here, plus 2 with the tank. 14 defense. I like it. These guys, they're so weak. We can bring the 6er down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be nice to occupy that, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, using extended movement. Bring that there. Can you see what's happening? Maybe a little bit. So, problem with this position is there's not a good Zoc bond link up here, but that might be okay. Actually, this guy he's no longer needed here. We'll come over here. This guy can do a tactical move. What do we got down here? I don't want these Germans counterattacking and somehow lucking out and getting this, so maybe this guy will... This guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tactical move. Just beef this guy up a little bit. Okay. Gonna shore this up here. Throw this guy in there. So, as you can see, I'm not being aggressive here. I'm just trying to beef up the defenses. I think this guy's going to go up here and just take this little hill. Got this artillery, completely useless. At the moment, let's bring it up into a better position. I don't want it there. So maybe we'll put it here, and then it can one move into position to attack next turn. It's just up to the guy. He's going to be fine later. So we'll bring him over here. This guy can only go 1. This guy up here can only go 1. Really what happened down here is the Germans did some heavy reinforcements, and then they got into very good terrain, and the Soviets sort of petered out with losing a lot of units, so, or at least getting them knocked in half. So moving up the line, what do we got up here now? This is a critical location, and as the Germans, I feel like I was not able to adequately beef up the defenses here. I need to take advantage of that as the Soviets. I had planned to take heavy losses here and just have a few units behind to beef things up. Let's remind ourselves what's in here. So, this stack, decent. This one needs at least 1 reinforcement. Not a lot of reinforcements available, but we can bring someone over from the side maybe. So, yuck. Yeah, I guess we'll bring this guy in from over here. Okay, I know it's messy right now. And then this guy's probably fine right here, all by himself. Maybe we'll just bring this armor down. Oh, I think it was there. Okay, so I guess we don't need to move any of these guys. I probably should have had someone ready here so that they can move across. You have to be adjacent to a major river to cross it, unless there's a pontoon situation. So I probably should have put a stack right here. In fact, while I'm talking about it, let's just put a stack right here. You know, might not pan out, but okay. Let's go up to Kharkov area. So just a reminder: the Germans were all up in here, and then they all pulled back. A lot of them shifting west. They're going to give up the city, right? Maybe they'll get lucky and hold it one more turn, but it's lost. So, negative consequence of that, of course, besides losing Kharkov, is there's a bunch of units freed up here. And as the Soviets, I'm not just going to keep like a giant army here. This army is 25 attack strength. And, you know, I always talk about it. Let me show you what that looks like, just as a reminder. So that was a first tank. So like attack is 16 plus 9 is 25, right? Yep. And then fifth guards, not quite 25 because the guy took a hit. And then fifth shock is just infantry, which we saw down south. So anyway, that guy's not going to be wasted assaulting the city. So I need to find a good target for him. Maybe a target that's in clear terrain. Remember my original goal on turn 1 was to drive on Poltava. Just like, looks like a good spot, you know. Good place to push in. Sort of cut the map in half in a way. So, I might not be able to drive in that exact direction because of the situation, but coming down this way, I think this guy's going to go like this. Yeah, it's a 14, 25 to 14. And yeah, I guess because of this guy's Zoc, I can't quite get anything back here, but something can probably, nope, can't get anything else there. 25 to 14. That doesn't seem good. Let me put that back. That's kind of wasteful. Let me think about that. I think I'd rather put this 25 over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, against this guy, which I think is 17, 12, 5, yep, 17. And the reason is 2 times 17 is 34. I got 25 already. I can probably get enough guys right there to bring it up. In fact, this guy's at 6. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, can't quite make it. What do we got around here? It's all infantry. Oops. Lots and lots of infantry. Okay, I think I see what I'm going to do. We'll bring these guys down here. So I'm trying to get this to 34, right? So this will bring it up to 31. 34 is 2 times this, right? Brings it up to 31. This guy here. Cross over. So he is 23. So now we're at 54. So that's definitely 2 to 1. What would 3 to 1 be? 3 to 1 would be... what's that? 44, 51? Am I already there? Can I do math? I think I counted right. I think we have 3 to 1 here. I don't care enough to recount it, but I'm content. Okay, so that means we got some areas to fill in over here and decide what we're going to do. There's actually places to kind of leak through the Zocs, but this guy going this way, it's not happening. I think it's better though. Just get this big army punching south through here. Let's go tidy up around Kharkov. Bring this guy over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just try to move these guys around a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll stay there. These guys will stay here. I mean, this is a 10 defense here. So what do I have in here? We're not. Oh, we got decent stuff here. So it's 9, 12, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. So 3 to 1 there. That frees up. This guy's back here. So 1. Well, we'll throw 1 there just to block. These guys will come down here. This was here. Let me make sure I don't move that by accident. Maybe this guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these guys is going to do. Yeah, move 1 in there. Got some space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need him in the attack. I'm just trying to get around this one unit that's holding everyone up. Moving up. These guys, they'll come over here. 1, 2. They're not going to get quite against the river. They'll form a Zoc bond here. And, they'll dare this guy to cross the river and give up his defensive position. What about up here? That can actually get a decent number of guys up against this, but what is the defense here? Yeah, I mean, that's a tough stack. That looked like a 17, but with some bonuses. But we're gonna dislodge that puppy. Gonna do that Zoc to Zoc. There's no Zoc bond back there. I can prove that to you by showing you a little bit more of the situation. It's like I moved in there. Let's get some more stuff in here. I don't even care what I'm throwing in here. Throw that back there. These guys are coming down here. These guys are sliding over here. Destroy this fort. Oops. I'm not doing any counting. This guy's cruising down to here to help. Sumi could fall. Not sure I care. I mean, I care. I care a little. Remember the Germans pulled back? So we might as well take advantage of that, but I don't want to overextend. Yeah, I don't want to go too fast. So I think we'll just come over here with that guy. Just occupy. Let's see. So what do I want? Maybe he'll come out like this. He can form a Zoc bond off map, though I think this is considered like enemy map edge at the moment. I think we'll just go here. These guys will go 1, 2, form a Zoc bond. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Using extended movement because this guy's going to come out here. This guy's going to take a step up here. He's going to come down in here and get that defense a little tighter. He's going to come over here. Dr. Zukov is going to just jump down here. He uses mechanized movement, 8. So he's right there. This guy's useless over here. Yeah, maybe we'll just put him in a little blocking position. I don't know, right there. I think that's all the moves. No, it's not. We have this guy over here to rail in. Well, you know what? We're not going to rail him in. I was thinking he'd go towards the Kharkov area. Instead, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Actually, I want him here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can't quite get there, but we can throw him right into there. Right into there. 6. The idea is next turn, hop over the line. Combat phase. Let's go back south. Doing 1 combat down here. These 2 guys against this. As a reminder, 10 defense times 2 for the minor city. That's 20. We have 11 in here. That's 10 there. 21. 1 to 1. No artillery. Russians are not going to use their aircraft. I don't think the Germans are either. So this is just a straight 1-to-1. Let me see if there's anything else about a minor city. Nope. Let's do this. So yeah, 1-to-1. Got a 4. 4 on the 1-to-1. It's attacker loses 1. Defender retreat. Let me just make sure that's right. They must either retreat or conduct a determined defense. Okay. So figured the attacker would lose 1. I'm going to take it from here. This guy here, he's in the shock army. Flip him. Defender must retreat. Well, we're not going to retreat from there. We're going to do determined defense. There's no elite unit or anything anywhere around here, so it doesn't really matter. We're in a minor city. We're not going to throw in defensive air support. Let's go. Got 4. That is success, but we do lose the lead units. A step from the lead unit. And I'm pretty sure those units were identical, so that's why it doesn't matter. What do we got here? Yeah, they're identical, so we'll just lose this step. By the way, someone online asked me, hey, why are you always doing these determined defenses with the Germans? Just throwing away your manpower. Because I've been doing them in not very good terrain. Might be a valid criticism, but I think this one would be a good use. So I held that. Later on I can move some guy in there to back it up. So that attack stopped in its tracks. Next attack. Right here. Out of supply, doesn't matter. Defense 7 in a defensive belt, as I call it. I didn't even do any math here. I actually kind of hate adding up combat strength and just want to like play by feel. But anyway, we got, what's that? Oh, whoa, I was thinking I didn't have enough. 8 plus 6, 14. I'm a genius. 2-to-1, 3-to-1. This guy goes back to the reserve. No aircraft. 2-to-1, 3-to-1. Oh, shifted back because of the fortifications. So we're at 2-to-1. 5 on a 2-to-1. A1, D1. Each side loses a step. I think we'll take the step loss from here. And of course this guy's going to have to retreat. But before I do that, let me roll for heavy casualties due to the fortified line there. We got a 1. Heavy casualties. What does that mean? No effect? Yeah, alright. So, this guy has to retreat. He can't. He'll be going through a Zoc bond. So he would need to do a determined defense. But he has to be, he has to treat it as a desperate defense because he is cut off. 3. Desperate defense, 3 in other terrain is a step loss. So, because it's a dash on the chart, but during a desperation defense, you treat it as a -1. Okay. Still not sure if I got the desperate versus determined defense rules down, so please correct me if you think I'm still got them wrong. Someone's pointing out I don't know what I'm doing. Advance on a A1 D1. It's a normal advance of 2. Well, I mean, these guys are going 1-2. Look at that. Got those guys around the corner there. Where's this rail line going? Guess it's going that way? No, it's fine. So where was he? He was here. He can advance 2 as well. Well, I guess we'll just come in here. You know what? I want him here to replace the loss that happened in there next turn. So we'll just bring this guy in here too. Alright. This guy. Now, if I was playing an actual opponent, I would have saved this for last in the south, because I want to try to like get my opponent to waste their air unit in defense. So I'll do a bunch of other attacks where I don't really care as much because this is the attack I'm really most interested in. But my opponent's too savvy and didn't do it. So here we go. What do we have here? Just remind myself. We're in a defensive fortification or whatever. 8 defense. That's not so hot for the Germans. Yeah, I think we're going to get a breakthrough here. We'll see. Attack, well, attack not so hot. So this mess I just made that's what, 15 there. And that is 6, 21 to 8. That's not that great, but that's okay. Let's see, I need to help myself over on the odds area. 21 to 8, well, we know that is 2 to 1. All the armor shifts and stuff's canceled out. This guy does have a elite bonus, so that drops to 1 to 1. Goes to 1 to 2 because of the defensive fortification. But fortunately, I brought along 2 artillery pieces here. Flip them both. Don't worry, I'll clean up this. This guy goes to Stavka Reserve. So flipping those 2 guys brings us back up to 2 to 1. Now, I do have a big attack up north near Kharkov, but I think I prefer this attack. So as the Soviets, I'm going to throw in my 1 air unit that I have this turn. So that brings it up to 3 to 1. Now the Germans get to decide what are they going to do there. Man, I do. Is this because I'm just playing myself and I always follow the same way of fighting? Germans are going to do it too. Every time I use a Soviet air unit, I use a German unit in response to cancel it out. So it goes back to 2 to 1. Here we go. 2 to 1. Got a 6. That sounds like it's good, but it's just a D1. Well, D1's great against these units here. D1 defender loses 1 step. So, I think the clear choice is to lose this remnant because we don't want to lose this elite bonus here. So this remnant's going back to the remnant display. What's that? Remnant H. Let's see how this works. Hopefully I can get my camera down there. It's on this like giant arm. We'll just take it off. Alright, remnant H. Here. So I guess this guy goes back up to this is like the worst camera work ever done. Just back up here. Alright, I'm going to turn this camera off. Anyway, back here. This was against fortifications. It's a roll for heavy losses. 4 through 6 is a extra loss, no loss. So, what do we call that? That was a D1. Survivors must conduct a determined defense if they want to hang out there. This is the situation the Germans have been dreading. If this guy retreats, he has to go 3. And the enemy can advance into his hex and ignore zones of control, so they can get like back here. If he does a desperate defense, chances aren't that, determined defense, chances aren't that great. There's a 1 in 6 chance. I guess it's slightly better because he's elite. When I said 1 in 6, I meant 1 in 3. Slightly better than 1 in 3 chance. And 50-50 chance roughly to take a loss. So I'm just worried of if I retreat, what's going to happen to this defensive line here. It might be that I need to throw everything I have into counterattacking, which that'll probably be what I do. So I'm going to preserve this guy. He's going to get a disrupted marker on him though, so he will be out of commission for a whole turn. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, oops. We'll go 1, 2, 3, just back here. Okay, and that was a D1. So on a D1, non-mech can advance 2, and mech can advance 3. Now they'd love to advance and attack this guy, but he's got double defense in Slavyansk. Now this guy, I think his defense might be 1 in Kramatorsk, which I could get to. Okay, this guy's defense is 1 while entrained. And you ignore terrain benefits. But it also says if he's attacked, he immediately detrains. Or a unit also detrains if it is attacked while marked with a train marker. So does that mean its defense isn't 1 if I attack it? It's a little ambiguous. Okay, I went to check Board Game Geek, and they said that the new version of the rules, which this game is old, will say it detrains after being attacked. So I could go 1, 2, attack with a 1. Man, so that's a giant error on the Soviet part, or the German part. But, I think I kind of knew that when I was moving in and just figured it was protected. So we're going to take advantage of that, So this guy's going to go 2. And because he's mech, he gets 1 more move, so he's going to go into here. But he's moving in as a stack of mech. So this guy's coming with him. Oh man, all 3 of these are mech. Okay, so that's going to happen. And then we still have to advance these guys. So, obviously this is going to win, right? This is going to be 12, 13, 14 attack against 1. And you ignore terrain. Yeah, so, it doesn't really matter how many shifts there are. 7 to 1. Got a 5. 5 and a 7 to 1. Defender shattered. So he immediately, let's see what defender shattered means. Defender loses 1 step. And then after being attacked, it's immediately detrains. Defender shattered also says, surviving defenders must retreat and are marked in full retreat. No determined defense possible. And then the attacker can do a breakthrough advance, except this is part of a mobile attack, so you can't get more advances. So this guy has to go into full retreat. And I think a defender shattered is retreat 4 hexes. Yeah, 4 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll come back here. Back here. Give him a full retreat. This might be the beginning of the end. These guys finish advancing into Kramatorsk. I guess they might as well all advance in. Now they're going to be sort of cut off, maybe. We still have the other advance to bring up. So I think these guys they're going to advance into here. And that'll form a Zokban with this guy, and he won't be quite cut off. He might be out of range of supplies, but he's not quite cut off. We'll find out later. So that was quite devastating. Okay, next attack. It's up at Kharkov. Let's take care of this. It's probably, I was going to say 7 to 1, but no way. It's no way even near, because this is defending at 10. So we got 3, 7, 9 is 16. Ooh, am I cheating here? I am cheating here. Okay, this guy couldn't go in there, so maybe he'll go there. 16 plus 6 is 22. 26 plus 7 is 33, 34, 35. So 35. So we got a 3 to 1. No shifts. All the aircraft used, not using any artillery, so just straight 3 to 1. What we got going on? We got a 1 on a 3 to 1. Attacker loses 1. Defender retreat. Well, yeah, attacker loses 1. We'll just lose this guy. Defender retreat. Well, he's going to make a determined or desperate defense. So what we have here. Go 5. This is on a major city. 5 succeeds, but both sides take step losses, which means he's eliminated. And I don't know. I think we'll just eliminate this guy. Hey, help me out. I was just sort of reading the determined defense and desperation defense rules. I kind of think I'm supposed to do a determined defense first, and then if I fail and still have steps available, then I can start rolling desperation defense. It's not 100% clear in the rules, at least the ones I have. And I'm not going to go look it up online. But It does say if the step was lost in a successful determined defense, the last step, the attacker may advance into the vacated hex only and stop, and normal advance after combat is not allowed. So what that means is, like, all these guys can't go in every which way. So I believe that just means I can do something like that. In fact, let these guys come in here. Okay, hopefully I did that right. We just got 3 points. Throw in a little marker there. 3 VPs. We're now at 5 VPs. 2 more attacks left. Got this big guy. Let me remind myself, I think this is 17. Yeah, 17. Let me go add these guys up. 56 to 17. That is 3 to 1. We're in woods, which means we cannot get a armor shift, which I don't think matters because I think they have armor in here anyway. But they do get a elite shift, veteran, whatever. So that's a 2 to 1 at the moment. Looking around, I don't really see anything else. 2 to 1. I could throw in Zukov to get it to 3 to 1. That'd require a loss. I might be okay with that. Like, I got oodles of infantry over here. Zukov, he's in range. I'm gonna go 3 to 1, but we'll have to take a loss. Let me see if Manstein should have flipped at the beginning of the turn, or if that's only on the German turn. Yeah, leaders flip in the weather phase, so both leaders come back to life before any side goes. All right, so yeah, so we're talking like 3 to 1, and there's potential reroll from Zukov and from Manstein. Got a 4. 4 up to 3 to 1. It's just a DR. Could be a lot worse, you know. So does, I guess, is Zukov gonna trigger a reroll? I want to at least inflict a loss, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's like, this is like the weakest negative effect for the Germans. So we'll re-roll that. Got a 4 again. So Manstein, does he want to re-roll? Nah, he's good. So it's a straight DR. Do they want to make a determined defense? And we're in other terrain. If I don't make a determined defense, then these guys get to advance and attack someone else. So that's why, I don't know, I feel like I should be determined defensing here, but you guys tell me if I'm being dumb. So we're gonna roll for a determined defense in other terrain, and we still have a reroll from Manstein, so I think we're okay. So determined defense, lead unit. Do I want to risk that guy and get a bonus? We'll risk him. So it's going to be +1 for elite unit. 2. +1 is a 3 on the other. It's a no effect either way, so they have to go through with the retreat. So they're disrupted and go 2. So 1, 2. These guys get a normal advance of 2. Which means this guy's out of range. I guess the way the retreats work is you'll never be able to catch up to someone that's running away from you. But we could get a mobile attack onto this guy. I think this guy will come. Oh, he can't do it. So this guy will first go first. Oh wait, this is the defender's hex. If I go here, I must stop. Okay, I can't quite do what I was hoping. So we'll just push this down. Push this stuff in. I do need to take a loss from using Zukov. That's okay though. Push this down here. I think this guy will just chill there. He can maintain the Zoc bonds. I'm okay with that. We're pushing him. Final attack up here, just south of Sumi. These guys. This is like 17. I forget. This is like 42 attack, something like that. Yeah, I just know it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Except these guys have elite bonus, so that bring it to 1-1. And then they have Tiger tanks, which gives them the tank shift, even though there's other tanks attacking them. That'd be 1-2. 1-2, huh? If that, in a 1-2 situation, I have a 50% chance, a 33% chance of inflicting at least one loss. Well, one loss. I have 50% chance of inflicting one loss, or 33% chance. And then a 1 in 6 chance of just a regular old DR. No matter what, I'm taking a loss. So do I want a 33% chance? You know what? Like, I have so many units here. Just throw them into the cannons, yeah? We're going to do a 1-2 attack. You can yell at me in the comments, guys. 1-2 attack. Got a 3. That's an A1. Manstein's not going to trigger a reroll. A1, like big deal. Big deal. Flip this guy over. Whoop, that's all it was. Who cares? Okay, well that was the last of the combats, so we're going to go ahead and remove things like replacement markers and disruption markers, and off camera I'll go ahead and move forward all the Soviet railheads. Okay, now for the German player turn. Turn 5, they get a special reinforcement and an infantry reinforcement, or a replacement, excuse me. And let's go see what they get turn 5 here. Mech infantry and an infantry. Okay, for the reinforcements, we're going to go ahead and drop those guys right in here, and I'm sure we'll train them in. For the replacements, we'll spend the infantry placement to reconstitute this division here. Drop it there. And for the special replacement, we'll go ahead and get a Stug unit back in. The white dot indicates it can be used for special. And I think we're going to have him drive under his own volition through here. So, rather than using train. That might actually not be a good idea because I'm going to have to mark these replacements with a replacement marker. I just did that to the infantry. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a little too close for comfort. So maybe we'll throw him over here with the infantry as well. He's just going to have a long drive out of that. But it'll be next turn. Okay, now for the German movement phase. And the first thing I want to do is find the fort I started building last turn. Where is that guy? Down here. So we'll go ahead and flip that over. Okay, I don't know how useful that's going to be. And then we're going to build another fort this turn. Of course, we're going to just start it. And, we've got many disasters going on. I'm kind of thinking just start building them a little further back. Anywhere where there's like a narrows, I think would be useful. So, oh man, I don't know. Maybe right there, actually. I don't know. Yeah. We'll do that. Okay, and now for movement proper. I'm going to cruise down here and see what's up. Hey, full disclosure, I just started filming the German turn in July. The Russian turn I filmed in December. So this game has been sitting here forever. So my situational awareness is a little rough right now, but I'm going to try to maintain continuity here and get this game going again. So, got the Russians pushing in, but I feel like we have a decent setup down here. It's a little rough, I mean, I think we have the strength to hold these guys here. Got a nice little line here. Same thing with here. That guy's just going to have to hold. This train marker will come off. And up here is where the disaster number 1 occurred. Just massive Russian units in here. By the way, I believe all Russian units are in supply. I did the quick check just to make sure. But yeah, so this is not looking good. This guy's cut off. This guy's going to be cut off. This is too weak. We got guys over here disrupted. If I bring in an entrained unit right into here, I'm going to have the same problem I had last time. They're just too weak to defend. You need to detrain them away from the front is my take. So I am in trouble here. I think this guy should pull back. Yeah, that's not a victory point city. I hate giving up a city, but I need to beef things up. So he's going to use a tactical move, which means he can ignore the cost of exiting his zone of control and the cost of entering terrain. You get 1 or 2 hexes. Okay, join this guy, and he puts 10, double to 20 in Konstantinovka. So that seems okay. Still don't know what to do here. I'd like to get this guy out of here. Though that's a victory point city, so maybe he's just gonna hang out and try to delay the inevitable. This guy is preventing a crossing. He's also kind of hemmed in here. He's just gonna have to do a zone of control to zone of control move and stop. I think it'd be better to go this way, to just be next to this guy so he can retreat into a friendly location if he needs to. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's probably not gonna happen. Go there. Well, I don't want to be in the open, so I suppose we can just retreat in this direction. He's probably going to die, but trying to squeeze out through here. I don't know. Okay, moving up the line. Just awful, right? We got a disrupted unit down here, just holding sort of an area. So yeah, I don't know what to do here. How long do I keep holding this river line? I think I'm okay holding it for a little bit longer. This guy's just gonna hang out back here for a little bit. In fact, maybe he should shift down and join this guy. So I'll do an extended movement. Let's see, did I do that right? I think so. Oops, should have shown you that. He's right here joining this disrupted guy. Yeah, holding the river line here, holding the river line. Now, this is the scene of much death and destruction. So I think I want these 2 Germans just to retreat back 1. There's 3 Germans here, actually. So I'm going to peel off one of these guys so he has to stay disrupted. And peel one off just a little further. I don't know. Maybe pull him back. See, 1, 2, 3. Just pull them back there. Okay, remember, disrupted, you have a less of a chance of becoming, reducing your disruption back to normal if you're next to the enemy. In other words, if you're not next to the enemy, you're guaranteed, but if you're next to the enemy, you have to roll a die. So I don't want that. Now this guy, man, I don't know, that's the weak point. I almost wonder if these guys should pull back too. They can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they're going to do that. At least one of them anyway. And, yeah, I am running into trouble here. So maybe this guy's going to pull back here. Right there. This guy. So I'm trying to maintain Zoc bonds, but there's no point if people are just going to get steamrolled. This guy here, that's pretty powerful force. No Zoc bonds in here. I think he's going to just inch back 1 space, still not making a Zoc bond. We're here, Poltava. That was my strategic target for the Russians. As the Germans, I sort of recognize that as a good strategic target. I think we're going to rail in a couple units. We're just going to rail in guys like this. Okay, those are my 2 reinforcements. You can always rail in reinforcements. So those are free rail ins, and then I can do 1 more rail in. I think I'm inclined to rail in this infantry reinforcement. And oh man, what is happening? I think it's gonna go up here. Okay, drop that there. I would like to do 1 attack. We're just hurting here. I think this guy's gonna cruise down here. Maybe right there, in this little curve of the river. This guy's going to come down here. And the northern flank is basically being abandoned. So I want to make sure I maintain a Zoc. So I'm going to do something like that. This guy up here. Yeah, something like that. And then over here is just, the front is just hanging wide open. Off camera, I'm moving the one Stug replacement 1 hex. So it's a replacement. I've run out of rail capability, so next turn he'll get moving again. I think that's all the moves. Yeah, this is no bueno. I don't know, maybe this, actually, you got one more move. Gonna do a Zoc to Zoc move, just to sort of disengage a little from that surrounding thing. And you can probably guess my target for an attack. German combat phase. Let's go check this situation out. Gonna spread these guys out so we can assess what's happening down here. It's kind of an inefficient attack because I'm using heavy, tigers. That's what the yellow is. From 2 units, we probably could have spread them out and got the tiger bonus in 2 attacks, but we're doing this. Okay, let's see if my calculations are correct. That's 16 on the defense. We get 20 on the attack, plus 17. So that's 2 to 1. Okay, we have multiple elite units on the German side, so that shifts to 3 to 1. Now, I'm sort of forget the rules since it's been so long since I played this, but the Tiger tanks, they get the armor bonus even if the defender has armor. Terrain permitting, and I sort of forgot woods. You do not get the, what's it called, the armor shift. Yeah, no armor shift in basically anything that's rough type terrain. Okay, so this is just going to be a 3 to 1 attack. There are no other things we can throw into this attack, so it's going to be a straight roll. Well, that could have been better. A 1 is attacker 1/DR, so the attacker is going to lose 1 step. And the defender must retreat and become disrupted or conduct a determined defense. So attacker loss, I think we're going to flip this guy here. Defender, I don't think we want to determine defense. These are some nice Soviet units. I mean, they're going to be knocked out of usefulness for an entire Soviet turn if they retreat. But I think that's okay. We're going to retreat back here and just preserve them. If I had like some cannon fodder, I would have used that. Now we'll preserve it. So they retreat, and then as the Germans have to decide what I'm going to do here. I think we'll just have this guy advance here. And the reason is just act as cannon fodder for the Großdeutschland division, which is like a very fancy unit here. Okay, we're ending the German turn. I'm looking around for a supply situation. It looks fine. There's some tenuous places down south, but they can still trace. I've removed all the replacement markers. We got a few units de-disrupting down here. And we have this guy back here. He was full retreat. We'll flip him to disrupted. And I don't see any others, but I'll catch them. And that's the end of the German player turn and the end of turn 5. Sorry it took so long to get this video produced. I mean, 7 months or something, right? So hopefully turn 6 will come very quickly. Thanks.